Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage video, where today I shall attempt to take this Volkswagen Series number 67 1600 TL from shabby to shiny. This one, well, it was a difficult one. As you can see, it looks like it's been trodden on over the past. It needs a new windscreen in there, but yeah, I attempt to try and fix it. I actually do end up switching it out for another casting, which I'll show you shortly. Yeah, quite a cool little car, this beautiful Volkswagen design. I wish I could afford to buy one, or even having a garage to actually put it in. Wouldn't that be something? But anyway, 2,000 likes and this one could be yours. So considering it's been trodden on, it rolls pretty well. And you can read underneath here now, Volkswagen Series number 67, Volkswagen 1600 TL, and made in England. But yeah, like I say, it's rolling really well considering. So I was glad to see that there was seemingly no damage to the base, although it does look like it's perhaps a little bit bent at the back here, so I'll just very gently try and straighten that out and then pop out these wheels. This is a restoration plus attempt, and the wheels are going to be replaced with something more appropriate. I've actually just got back in from the Hot Wheels, the Monster Truck Live. I'm pretty tired. I've done about 6 hours driving, or maybe 7 hours driving in the last 24 hours. But yeah, just got home and I straight away said to the wife, just want to finish off a video and get it out for you guys today. To be honest, we've got some children over and I could just, be in my little quiet space. But anyway, back to the video. As you can see there, that of course was not repairable, the window section. But rather than throwing it in the bin, I'm going to put it in my little kind of parts box, and that'll be used one day as part of a diorama. I want to do like a junkyard diorama, perhaps, something like that. But yeah, trying to get the doors out. Obviously this little retaining piece. Bend that back into position. Normally they come out quite easy, but today a little bit of a pick of that one. But yeah, the doors were fine, and they'll be used today. Now looking at this casting, looks like it's bowed out at the bottom. Of course the A-pillars are broken, and that one just comes off there in my hand. The thing that I find with die cast is that you bend it one way, you bend it the other way, and it snaps. So you have to be very, very careful. And I'm just trying to massage a couple of these pieces back into position to see whether this is worth saving today. And there's no doubt about it, it could be saved. I'll just use some split pins for the A-pillars, a little bit of glue. The roof section there just needing a little bit more massaging. I think we're almost there. Not far off. But yeah, I think that's about as good as we're going to do. And then it was at this point I was looking through my spares box for the spare window section, which I knew I had. I bought some spares some time ago, so I knew I always had that one. But whilst rummaging through my spares, I found another casting. This one's in, obviously, still rough shape, but of course it's together. So I'm going to make the decision to put this into my parts box, and this will be used later on down the line in that kind of junkyard diorama. And hopefully you'll agree that was the right decision to make today. But into the foot-long hot dog jar, covered in boiling water, and incoming a tablespoon of caustic soda. I actually ended up putting a little bit more. The spoon was, I guess you could say, dirty from the previous restoration, i.e. it kind of had quite a lot of caustic soda stuck to it, which meant by putting in the first tablespoon, it was probably maybe a half. So I added a little extra just for luck. But yeah, trying to get it to focus on the bottom there. As you can see, a lot of reaction, and putting that to one side, we'll turn our attention to the plastics. Got the interior and the replacement glass. And I didn't want to kind of go overboard with the interior, but into the pledge solution it goes, so it kind of goes all nice and shiny. And I'm just using this cheap car polish, and I polished up the window section, and that also gets a dip in the pledge Revive It floor polish. And look at that, my camera doesn't even pick it up, it's so crystal clear. But anyway, onto my tack life, and I'm going to buff up this base. And that is looking pretty good. Shiny, shiny. Lovely bit of detail in this one. Like I said, I'm replacing the wheels. These are some green light Volkswagen wheels. Aren't they beautiful? And if you look even closer, you can actually see the Volkswagen sign. But yeah, it's been perhaps 10-15 minutes. Still quite hot to the touch, this one. You can't really see it in there, but this is one of those ones where it comes off in sheets rather than just melts away. But yeah, quite a good amount of paint removed. This may even be a 100% paint removal. But yeah, just going to grab some napkins. You know what? People kind of top 10 items of requirements. Napkins. I go through so many napkins in this little hobby of ours. You can never have too many. But anyway, I'm going to buff up the roof section here. So that comes up very nice, as you can see, nice and shiny. I'm going to do that to the rest of the casting and the doors. And then use the Vallejo hobby paint. This is the black primer. Goes on lovely, this stuff. And then with the main casting, always starting from the underside, making sure to get those wheel arches, wheel wells, before turning my attention to all four sides and then finishing up on top. But yeah, head over to my Facebook page. I posted some pictures there today of the Hot Wheels monster trucks. I went with my youngest son, who's a massive Hot Wheels fan. This was one of his Christmas presents. Yeah, very enjoyable day today. Meeting all the drivers beforehand. Wonderful it was. But the paint that we're going to be mixing up, we're going to be starting off with a base of Chrome Silver X11. And they always say don't mix brands, but we're going to be going with some Creatix Red, mixing in with that silver to try and bring on a pink colour. And then, yeah, using the Mr. Colour leveling filler, or leveling thinner. Quite a mouthful. But this is the pink. I didn't try to, necessarily perfectly match the original pink colour. I just knocked this pink up, and that, to be honest, it's actually very close. Yeah, no real reason why I chose kind of black primer over the usual white. I just like to mix it up. Be quite interesting how this colour looks over, or the difference between black and white primers. Maybe I'll do a test on the next video. But just the same procedure compared to the primer. I just started with the doors and then worked my way around. Started from the underside of the casting here. Normally it's kind of said or suggested or recommended that you put light colours over a light primer, darker colours over a dark primer. But I quite like using this darker one. You really know where you need some additional paint, perhaps if it's a bit too thin in a certain area. The black will show through. Now both of these paints are, they dry in kind of like a satin finish. So does need a good clear coat afterwards. But anyway, this is now 2 days later. Like I say, those are the wheels I'm going to be using. And that base, I painted in the front lights already. Just using some Tamiya acrylic. And then, yeah, that's got a clear coat over it. That is looking beautiful. I've been using the Belton Molotow Premium as suggested and recommended by Danny over at Danny's Diecast Disasters. And yeah, it really is good stuff. But anyway, this is a little reminder of kind of what she looked like. And this is the result. So you can see those wheels there. I think they're a perfect match for this style of car. A little bit of chrome on that door handle. Of course, the lovely clean glass and interior shining through there. Coming around the back, use the red pen to put in those tail lights. A little bit of chrome on the rear kind of badging and what is that, the handle for the boot. But yeah, beautiful looking car. And around front you can see the white painted in lights and a little bit of chrome on that front Volkswagen badge. But yeah, remember 2,000 likes and this one could be yours. But let me just take this opportunity to thank my amazing patrons. And thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you like this one. And I'll see you soon on the next.